Hey there, it's John Paulus. You're listening to Life's Potluck Buffet, and today's episode is all about good vibrations. Bet you didn't think I could get up that high. So, worksheet 25 is entitled Sending Good Vibes, and the instructions are write 3 things you wish for others, then wish them for yourself too. And in the middle of the worksheet are 3 yellow lemon dots that are getting larger progressively in an arc from left to right, up to the top right there. And that's representing to me the sun rising, but it also means to me that there are going to be 3 elements, 3 things next to those dots that we are going to come up with so that we could send our good vibes out to others and ourselves too. Because remember rule number 3. That story you just told about someone else is actually about you. And rule number 3 applies to sending good vibes. Because the 3 things that you are wishing for others are really 3 things you're wishing for yourself. And why do I say that? Well, because if you ask a person what they wish for, they can tell you. If you are trying to guess what they're wishing for, then you're talking about what you are wishing for. Make sense? So, let's do worksheet 25. Okay. I'm going to use orange is selected, and I'll use orange. I guess we're coming up on Halloween, so that's a good color to use for this. All right. So, write 3 things you wish for others, then wish them for yourself too. Okay. What am I going to start off with? Well, let's see. I'm going to start with like an inner calm. Inner calm? Yeah. So I'm going to start with that because I think that's an important thing that I'm wishing for. I wish everyone inner calm, and I wish myself most of all because obviously this is all about me. Inner calm. All right. And as you do this, it might be that the first thing you wish for might be just the surface thing, like how you feeling right now. And the third thing might be a longer term wish for yourself. And I think it's going to be for me because that's usually how it works. Remember all of the cards where we dealt with 3 things, and we always, in thinking about that, realize that the third thing is often the most important in Life's Potluck Buffet. And I find in general, for myself and with many, many other people, I find that they too, when they have that third thing, that's kind of the most important for them. So inner calm is number 1 for me, and it's important. And it's something that I'm talking about currently, right? It's something I'm hoping for right now. So the second thing, what would be the second thing? Well, I think I'm feeling like the second thing is generosity. Am I going to be able to spell generosity? I hope so. Generosity of spirit. Yeah, that's nice. I think that goes with the inner calm too, because that's taking it easier on people and taking it easier on myself. So that's number 2 that I'm wishing is generosity of spirit. And I wish for everyone out there, generosity of spirit, inner calm, taking it easy on others, taking it easy on ourselves. Because it's that same thing. When we take it easy on others, we're taking it easy on ourselves. Because all of these things come from the inside and then get taken out on the outside. We externalize them, right? All right, so that's 2 good vibes that I'm sending out. What's a third good vibe? I think the third good vibe is prosperity. And I wish for all of you out there listening great prosperity, as I wish for myself. And when we talk about prosperity here, when I'm talking about prosperity here, I'm talking about, of course, financial flourishing. We always think of that. At least when I think of the term, I think of that as being an overarching important thing to that is this financial flourishing, right, which we've been talking about. And it's also attached to a kind of, I'm going to call it happiness, but I don't mean just like I'm in a good mood type happiness. I mean a satisfaction and fulfillment and really a flourishing where I'm in this state of being, well, honestly, I think it relates to these other two things. The spirit part of generosity of spirit, so it means that my spirit is elevated, right? I'm going to write underneath generosity of spirit, I'm going to write elevation of spirit. Yeah, that's like kind of lifting, but I don't mean lifting as in like not being sad, like lifting your spirits. It feels like an elevation of spirit as in like, it's that feeling of happiness, right? And it's a kind of the fullness almost, right? It's like feeling complete. I think that's really it. Okay. And that idea of prosperity has to do with that feeling. And so these are all related, I think, because they all come of one piece. You can't have inner calm and, not have generosity of spirit, I think, because then that inner calm is not full, right? So there's a fullness. I'm going to write fullness. I'll write that below prosperity. This is ending up being many more than three things I'm wishing everyone. Fullness. Yeah, because that makes sense, because there's the fullness results in a kind of calm, and that is that state that I'm thinking of. All right. So I'm wishing everyone out there prosperity, fullness, generosity of spirit, elevation of spirit, inner calm. And I should probably say that in the other way too, starting with inner calm, since I think that may be a nice build-up. So I'm wishing everybody out there inner calm, elevation of spirit, generosity of spirit, a fullness and prosperity now and in the future. And I'm wishing for myself all of those same things too. So download worksheet 25. Give it a try. Think about 3 things that you wish for others. If you're having a hard time thinking about what you wish for others, think about situations from card 25 where things weren't going right for others, and someone was externalizing their lack of inner calm, their lack of generosity, and their lack of fullness and prosperity, and taking it out on others. Think about those situations and think about the opposite of the kind of bad elements. So there might be a kind of stinginess going on. Remember, we talked about that in a previous episode. So the opposite of that stinginess and that cheapness of spirit, right, is a generosity of spirit. Likewise, someone may be kind of shriveled in their thinking about like life, and that's the lack of prosperity there, right? And it might mean that there's a kind of almost, it's like a greed, right? A greed for everything, not just money, but just like there's a hoarding that people have to do, and then that results in lack of prosperity, right? And it also results in lack of generosity of spirit, and all of these things result in being really mixed up inside, right? So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Head to lifespotluck.com/worksheets and get a copy of Worksheet 25 and any other worksheet that you've seen featured on this podcast on YouTube. And I wish you a wonderful day full of prosperity and generosity and inner calm. And I'll see you tomorrow on Life's Potluck Buffet.